YouTube? This is Crazy Silence. You want to hear bring another video. Today I'm bringing a video on the Power Rangers movie 2017. This is a video talking about, and I haven't done a video for a while now, so I thought might as well do it. That's also been due to my school studies and everything. And you may see I'm wearing a hat. That's due to the fact that the weather is cold where I am, and I need a hat. So anyway, I thought I might as well do a video because they recently just announced some information that supposedly is a rumor regarding Goldar. Now, this rumor does not necessarily mean that because it's a rumor, that means it's not necessarily a fact, but it does suggest a possibility, which I personally would not complain about. So let me basically explain this to you, what the idea is about Goldar. So his part is supposed to be fairly big. According to a website, it said that Goldar will be seen from the film's get-go. The winged villain will allegedly have his molecular essence scattered around the globe after being vaporized in the film's opening action sequence. When Rita returns to Earth to torment the Power Rangers, she does so to revive Goldar by recollecting him, and the superhero squad will only have a few days to stop her. So this is interesting information. Recollecting him. So yeah, you have to think to yourself, does that mean that there's going to be the putties and then maybe like a Goldar variant of like a putty-like creature? Is he some sort of energy? Like, are there like spots that just have like his life force in him in it? They say essence. Essence is kind of curious because that's why I sort of feel like, is she just going to suck up this stuff into a tube? Is she? I mean, how is this going to work? Also, it kind of makes him seem like he's big, he's important, which is fine. I think that's actually perfectly good, but it brings up a lot of questions as far as how it's going to work. The few days aspect, that's good. Him getting the short in the opening action kind of appeals to the idea that maybe when they do the origin story, which is what we're expecting in the opening, them going into Rita and everything, and then eventually we see Rita using Goldar to attack Eltar or wherever they're gonna do it, because they might not do it as Eltar even though they should, and go into like Zordon and how like the former Rangers destroyed Goldar and how his essence was spread throughout the earth, and so they were trying to revive him. Now, it could be interesting, and personally I would not complain if they did something like that. In fact, I think that that'd be a very cool idea if they went out of their way to really capture that side of the character, and also give him a little bit more of a serious, intimidating personality, rather than just having him be like the bumbling character that he was in the original show. Because sure, he was tougher, and sure, he was very well known, but he gradually lost his appeal of being a tough character. He went from being tough to being a joke. So it would be interesting to see what they're going to do there. It also begs the question, does that mean that where would his essence be present, and what would have led to her wanting to come back at that specific time? You have to think to yourself, why is this so? And also, how come there's only a few days remaining before she is able to bring him back? What is the meaning behind that? You have to think, like, what are they going for? Now, obviously, this is a rumor, so this could be completely false, but it does sound kind of interesting. And it also creates an actual story and an actual, like, idea to get a sense of where things could go. It does also bring up the question, though, if she's meant to be below her, but still just as powerful as a general-like character, does that imply that he'll have a returning role in future series? Is he going to remain as a giant, or is he going to have like a human-sized form? That's kind of an important question that I kind of wonder. Will they have a form for him that's human-sized, or will he just primarily reign as a gigantic thing, and that will lead to him only functioning in this one movie, which is what I would guess if they did it that way. Personally, I'm hoping he's more like Ivan in the sense is that he, Ivan Ooze in the sense is that he has like a normal form, but then he also has a bigger form. And they kind of replicate the same kind of vibe that they had with the first episode where they fight Goldar. But we'll have to wait and see. I really don't know anything yet. Obviously, we haven't seen any images of the character. We have no idea who the voice of the character is going to be. So it's still very early, and we're getting other information. Another point that I forgot to mention that I didn't get to mention was that they showed a recent poster which showed the cockpits, how the Zords look in the movie for the yellow and for like the saber-tooth tiger and the T-Rex, though the T-Rex you really couldn't see, but the saber-tooth tiger you can definitely see. And in the saber-tooth tiger's case, you can actually see her cockpitting it from the top part, which is cool. Personally, I am looking forward to this movie more and more. They also showed off the 31-inch figures done by I'm forgetting what the company is right now, but it's the company that does Jack Pacific. The 31-inch red and blue. So it's looking good. A lot of stuff is coming out. That apparently showed up in California, so I don't know when it will come to the rest of the country, but I'm sure it will slowly come out and other things as well. But yeah, hopefully we get another trailer. Obviously, we didn't get one during the Brazil Comic-Con, but maybe we'll get one at some other point fairly soon, and that would be nice because we only have one trailer, and the movie's coming out in about 3 months, and we need something new. I mean, seriously, we really do. So I hope you guys are enjoying all the coverage and all the news that's coming out from the movie. And I know we're 3 months away, so it seems like we're getting closer and closer. And I really am looking forward to seeing what they do with Goldar as well as the characters in general. How will he function in the movie? I don't necessarily know, but the thought that's kind of described here makes me very curious, just because of the fact that they're reviving him. Very different from how America did it, where he was important, but he wasn't this important. It makes him sound like he's a pretty big entity that's supposed to have a huge function in the movie's overall story, which is, he's important, but he never had this level of significance. So it's pretty interesting, and I'm not saying it's not possible. It just is an interesting thing. I personally hope that they do something cool with it, if it really is true. And I hope in general that they make Goldar a cool character that's developed well, But anyway, that's about it for me. I just wanted to make people aware of this and hear you guys' opinions. Do you think that this is real? What do you hope Goldar's story is? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm CrazyTyrant71. Check out my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. So until then, guys, I'm CrazyTyrant71, and goodbye.